welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris, and today we are going to be unboxing a Lego haul. This is from the Disney Springs Lego store down in Florida. If you guys don't know, I think that is the biggest Lego store in the entire country, and it has one of, if not the best pick-a-brick walls that I have ever seen. And so with that being said, we are going to unbox all of the pieces that I got and also this order that came in the mail while I was gone. So we have a lot to do, so let's just jump right in. All right, so as you can see, I've already gone ahead and opened one of the boxes here, and that's because it pretty much exploded on me. This one kind of did, and then the third one that's over here also exploded on me as well. So I went through and I just decided that it would be easier to just dump the bag out and then kind of sort it from there. So this is from that box that you just saw, but the olive green leaves here, the 2x2 dark tan tiles, the 4x4 green plate, the black 1x3 rounded plates. These are great. I've been looking to get these for a while now for the fences in the city, like that are in front of the museum. So super happy to be finding those, the yellow flowers as well as the lavender ones, and then some more of these 2x2 plates here that are 2 plates tall. I thought these were interesting. I have a few of them already, but can't hurt to get a few more. And then also these big leaves in white on the side here. Super happy to get all of that. That all fit in one box. And then, so the next box here has mostly bricks in it. This one also has a bunch of smaller pieces as well. More of the olive green leaf pieces, I think, in here. Or maybe these are just left over from the other box when it got exploded in the bag there. But as you can see, there are light gray quarter round tiles in this one. I have thousands of them in dark gray, and so I'm super happy to finally have some light gray ones as well, so I can kind of diversify it a little bit instead of just using all one color. I think that is really cool. And then what you'll notice in here is the regular green fern pieces. I didn't get as many of these as I would like, but super happy to finally get these. I have a bunch in dark green, and so super happy about that. And then you'll notice some 4x4 light gray plate in here as well. And I'm trying to kind of sift through everything while I'm talking to you guys. There is, I think, 1 or maybe 2 of these snot bricks in here. Nothing fancy or crazy, just figured I would pick it up because it fit in here. And then you'll see some dark orange brick, masonry brick here. They had a decent bin of it. It wasn't on the pick-a-brick wall itself, but they did have a bin of it out front. And then by the time I had finished getting the, I think, 8 stacks that I had wanted, or 4 stacks, I mean. By getting the 4 stacks that I had wanted, the bin was almost empty. So that was a big surprise, actually, that these were going really quick. These were the only masonry bricks that they had at the store, but that's not a big deal. And then in here, what you'll see is something that I haven't seen on the wall in maybe ever, or at the very least a very long time, which is just basic 1x6 dark gray brick. And they haven't had dark gray bricks on the pick-a-brick wall in what feels like forever. And so they've had 2x, but they haven't had 1x. And so I only picked up 3 stacks. I would have loved to have gotten like a whole box worth of them, but this is just good to have. So super happy about that. And then you'll notice a bunch of the light gray plate and 4x4 size. Got a whole stack of those, plus all of the ones that were sitting on the top. And that looks to be it for this box here. What you'll see is just a bunch of ferns that I had stuffed in there. So that's awesome. That is really good. These pieces are going to come in handy when building mocks in the future. So definitely click subscribe, as well as turn on the bell notification so you don't miss when all of those videos drop when we use these pieces. There's a lot of good stuff here. And so with all of that being said, I'm going to go ahead and open up that third bag there and show you guys what's inside. So as you can see, this box also exploded in the bag here. And so this one is a little different than the first 2 boxes that I had gotten. But the bulk of what you can see here is actually more of the quarter round light gray tiles, and then also a bunch of these in dark bluish gray. These are super handy, super useful pieces, and so I figured I would stock up on a bunch of them. They had some blue brackets. I thought these could be pretty interesting if I wanted to test out different building techniques and things like that. And then these half-rounded pieces here, I don't think I've had any before, and definitely not in any decent quantities. So I picked up a whole bunch of these, a couple handfuls of them, and so that is really, really awesome. I'm super happy about that. And then you notice a bunch of light gray headlight bricks because they had them, and that is always a good thing to have. And then you'll see some dark red 2x6 bricks. These I just thought were really interesting, and if I ever want to do something a little bit different with the city, or if I want to make a different kind of mock, like it's Star Wars or something like that, I think this would go great with that there. And then, so that is basically everything in this box here. It's mostly just a sea of gray and then a couple of the blue brackets in there. And so that is pretty much everything that I had gotten from the Lego store. And so super, super happy with the haul there. The Disney Springs Lego store always has really good pieces. And so with all of that, I'm going to shove some of this to the side, and then I'll bring over that Bricklink order and we can open that and I'll show you guys what I got. All right, so I've already gone ahead and opened it, and there was a packing slip in there, so I just figured I would take that out. But this is the haul here. As you can see, it is mostly just a bunch of tiny pieces in here, and then you'll see some of those pieces that I had gotten in dark gray. I got some in black and gold. The black is also just a really useful color to have, and then the gold and also the green as well. They were just really, really cheap. So I went in and I bought those up, a bunch of different brackets as well. And then the blue stuff was just extremely cheap, so I figured I would go ahead and get that. And then the garage door pieces were actually the reason why I came to this seller in the first place, because I need those for the town hall. And so I've been slowly picking those up along the way as I have been building and also ordering stuff on Bricklink from various people. So that is great to see. And then I think these blue Technic balls could be really interesting pieces to have around the city on like tops of pillars or things like that. And then the nice surprise that the seller had was 3 of these classic space helmets in green, and they weren't terribly expensive either. So now I just need the rest of the figure from that exosuit mech from the Lego Ideas line back when it was called Kuso. So I need to probably buy that set at some point. I've always wanted it, but I never got it. So now I can actually complete the figures once I get them, as I keep dropping these helmets. But that is everything in this haul here. As you can see, there was one other really interesting piece that I just couldn't pass up on, and that was this. I thought this was really interesting. So I bought basically all of that the seller had. So this is really neat. These are really cool. I'm going to try and see if I can use them for something. I don't have an idea in mind for these, but I'm just going to kind of see if I get some sort of inspiration with them. And so with all of that, that is going to wrap up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this haul, make sure to like the video and subscribe, as well as click the bell notification so you don't miss any future uploads, like when we use all of these pieces in the city. If you guys have any feedback for me on anything you want to see me make out of these pieces, or if you have a Lego store near you, or you went to the Disney Springs store and you also got similar pieces, make sure to drop a comment down below to let me know what you picked up. But once again, seriously, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.